Midnight. The world outside was silent, but my old radio wasn't. At first it was just static, soft whispers buried deep in the noise. Then, one whisper said my name, clear, sharp. That was the night everything changed. When the clock struck midnight, the radio on my desk began to hum. Not music, not static, but something in between. A faint whisper slithered through the noise. At first it sounded random. Then it said my name, clear, sharp, like a whisper meant only for me. The room felt colder, though the heater was still on. That was the moment I realized something was calling me through the frequency. My name is Alex. I'm what most people would call a late-night radio hobbyist. I don't party. I don't go out. I sit in my room and twist the dials, listening to the forgotten corners of the AM waves. Something answered. It wasn't a recording. It wasn't interference. It was alive. A distorted voice, barely human, crawled through the static. It gave me a number, 999.9 AM. My hand trembled as I tuned in. The voice grew louder, closer, like it was pressing against the other side of the speaker. It called my name again, but this time it sounded wrong, like my name was being chewed up, distorted, spit back out in a tone that wasn't mine. That's when my curiosity turned into dread. His voice urged me to tune carefully. 9.9, it hissed, stretching each syllable like it was dripping through static. My fingers shook, but they obeyed without thought, moving the dial as if someone else was guiding them. The static faded. At first I thought it was silence, but then faintly, beneath the hum, I heard breathing, slow, uneven, almost wet. Then shuffling, shoes scuffing against a floor I couldn't see. It was so vivid, as if someone was pacing in a dark room just beyond the speakers. I leaned closer, holding my own breath, afraid to miss a single sound. And then it spoke. The words cut through the static, clear and deliberate. You are listening. A long pause, then the final phrase landed like ice in my chest. We are coming. Every hair on my body stood up. My blood ran cold. The station shouldn't have even existed. According to every record I could find, 999.9 AM was nothing but dead air, a ghost frequency, a void. And yet, it spoke, not to an audience, not to the world. It spoke directly to me. The tip of the dial began to glow faintly, as if alive. At first it was a soft pulse, steady, harmless. But then it shifted. The rhythm grew jagged, erratic, like a heartbeat that wasn't human. Each throb sent a low vibration through the table. The wood creaked, my teeth rattled. I stared at the meter, and there, across the glass, shapes began to form. Faint shadows twitching in and out, like something clawing from the other side. The glow intensified. It wasn't just light anymore. It was breathing. Each flicker exhaled mist, curling across the dial. I tried to look away, but my eyes were trapped. Every pulse was alive. Every beat was a signal. And the signal was waiting for me. The air grew heavy. My chest tightened. And with the next surge of static, a whisper slithered through. Closer. I leaned in against every instinct. The glow filled my vision. For a moment I swore I saw it. A face, twisted, shifting, smiling. And then, darkness. The dial dimmed, but the pulse did not stop. I snapped the dial off. Silence filled the room, but it wasn't relief. The air felt thicker, like the sound had only gone inside me. I switched stations, talk radio, sports, music. But no matter what I tuned to, the same voice returned. It slithered through the speakers. Turn back. My heart raced. I slammed the knob to another station. Same result. News anchors froze mid-sentence, replaced by whispers. Songs warped into chants. Even static was alive, whispering my name. The lights above me flickered. Shadows stretched too long across the walls. I grabbed the radio to throw it, but it was warm, breathing. My reflection in the darkened window caught my eye. But it wasn't me. Its mouth was moving, mouthing the words in sync with the voice. Turn back. I stumbled away, shaking, but the voice followed. Not from the radio anymore. From the walls, from the ceiling, from inside my head. No matter how far I ran, it was already there. The lights flickered once more. But this time they didn't just dim. They pulsed, like a heartbeat echoing through the house. I froze. The radio dial spun on its own, numbers glowing red. I hadn't touched it. A low hum filled the room, deep, alive, hungry. I glanced at the window. My reflection stared back, but the smile wasn't mine. Its mouth stretched wider, skin tearing at the edges, revealing hollow black teeth. The radio static thickened, no longer sound but shape. It twisted into a face, featureless yet grinning. It leaned forward from the speaker as if pushing into my world. "We see you," it whispered. Not from the radio now, but from every corner, every shadow, every crack in the walls. My ears rang. The walls themselves breathed. Shadows peeled free from the floor, crawling toward me, hands reaching. I tried to scream, but the voice filled my throat instead. The words weren't mine. They hissed out of me as if I had become the radio. The last thing I saw before the lights died was my reflection. And it was laughing. The signal grew louder, pressing against my skull. Each word felt like claws scratching inside my brain. "Stay tuned," the voice whispered. "Don't leave us now." The static shifted, and through the noise I heard footsteps. They weren't on the radio. They were in my room. I turned slowly, but the shadows had grown dark. Something was standing by the corner, just watching. I couldn't see its face, only glowing eyes staring back. The voice from the radio changed, now speaking in my own voice. "You are already part of the broadcast," it said. My reflection on the dark TV screen blinked, but I hadn't. Behind me, the figure stepped closer, its breathing heavy. The radio screamed, 100 voices overlapping, calling my name. My lights flickered, and in that flash, I saw them all. Faces pressed against the walls, whispering, hungry, waiting. Then the final message cut through the chaos. "Next time, it's your turn to speak." The radio went silent. but the breathing did not. If you're still listening, you already know too much. The signal isn't just in my radio anymore, it's inside you. Part 2 is coming, but not everyone will survive to hear it. Subscribe, if you dare.